If you want an email marketing tool that's clean, simple, and stress-free, this MailerLite review is for you. Here I'll cover the best features, break down the pros and cons, and help you decide if it's the right fit for you. And if you want to try MailerLite for free, you can simply click the link in the description or the pinned comment to do so. Let's begin. So MailerLite is a simple yet powerful email marketing tool designed for creators, entrepreneurs, and businesses. It offers a wide variety of features that are going to significantly help you not only when it comes to collecting leads, but also sending emails, using automation, creating forms, landing pages, and even websites. So if you're interested in MailerLite, you're probably going to want to see what sending emails is all about, and in my opinion, it is fairly straightforward to do. When it comes to creating campaigns, we can click on Create right here. And as shown here, there's quite a variety that we can choose from. In this one, I'm going to go with a regular campaign. So here are the campaign details for creating a newsletter. Give it a name, add a subject line, use a pre-header, choose who you want it to go to, and on the right, there's a nice little section that's going to showcase what it's going to look like when you send it out. Allow me to show you. So as you can see, when creating it, this is going to be what it looks like. You have your subject line right here and a little bit extra in case you want to get some more clicks. You can track your opens, which is business as usual, and then simply go on to the next section. So something else that I really like about MailerLite that I think you're going to like too is the ability to create emails. And when it comes to creating landing pages, they're going to be quite the similar process. You can use a drag and drop editor, which is my favorite, a rich text editor if you want to be a little bit more basic. And if you're feeling fancy, you can go with custom HTML, which is personally not my thing. I think the drag and drop editor is great, it's smooth, and I want to show you how it works. Alright, so if you're capable of clicking, dragging, and dropping, that's really all you need to do here. Any section that you might want to change, you simply just click on it. Like we have a logo here, maybe I wanted to add mine, I can insert it right here. Can make it bigger too, but maybe if you're sending an email, you don't want any of these sections, you can click on here to delete it, remove it, and of course, if you ever wanted to make this bigger, we can stretch it out a little bit more. Same thing with other images, if you wanted to remove them, simply turn them off, and you can make your emails look a little bit more basic to allow you to get more opens. Just a helpful tip here, the more pictures that you use in your emails and your newsletters, the higher the chances that you're going to go in the spam box. That's ultimately what you don't want. But as you can see here, there's plenty of navigation sections, hero sections, sections, if that makes sense. Elements, a lot of these are what you're going to want to use here. Like if you want to drag in text, simply drag and drop it, click on it, edit it. Same with buttons. You know, if you've used any type of drag and drop editor or even like a WordPress, right? It's just about the same thing except you're dragging and dropping it. I don't have to kind of actually go through and showcase too much here. And that's a testament to their simplicity. And for me personally, just the first time using this, it was very easy to grasp. And that's always a good thing because I can usually reflect that off to you. You don't need to be a tech wizard to use this. While it might take a few tries to understand, oh, I got to go under this section or this section to get what I need, you know, after that, you're going to be good to go. You can preview and test if needed. There's also going to be a preview mode so you can actually see what it looks like. We have our desktop version and we have our mobile version once it loads. There we go. So I didn't obviously put too much in there, but if you do want to see what it looks like, I think that's going to be very helpful. You can even save as a PDF or even give it a nice little URL that you can preview as well. Let's click off there. Let's do done editing. All right, and a lot of these things are going to be what we talked about previously. Who's it going to? How are we sending it? And now down below, you can schedule when you want to send it immediately. If you want it to go right away, you can send later. You can even send based on your time zones. And then there's smart sending. This might be a feature that doesn't get brought up a lot because I'm familiar with it in many other autoresponders. But as it says, deliver your campaign to subscribers when they're most likely to engage. Sending will complete with 24 hours. So the idea here is that MailerLite is going to understand when a lot of your subscribers open and click, and they can send it out to them at the best times specifically. So for example, a lot of those times will be when someone initially opts in and say maybe joins your newsletter or your free gift because they know that they've been on their computer, their laptop, or their phone at that time. So the chances are highly likely that they'll probably want to send it out then. And of course, there's probably a little bit better of an algorithm when that happens, but if you're not in a hurry to send something out, this is going to be a fantastic little feature that you might want to utilize. It's going to ultimately allow you to get more opens and clicks just by doing smart sending as opposed to saying send now or send later at a specific time. So yes, you can send newsletters, broadcasts, they're going to be fairly straightforward. That's a great thing here. Now we're going to be moving on to forms because yes, you can send newsletters. Maybe you want to import your contacts, which you can do, but what if you want to start generating new leads? Of course, you can do that with their forms. They offer pop-ups, embedded forms, and promotions. Let's click on create to show you. All right, so there's pop-ups, embeddable forms, and promotions. Let's just say we want to use a pop-up that can convert into new newsletter subscribers. Let's click on Save and Continue. All right, so these are going to be examples of pop-ups. You can start from scratch. And as you can see right here, it's going to be kind of a similar drag and drop editor with a few differences here. There's some of the giveaway ones, if you've ever seen those before. A simple newsletter sign up. Let's go to the next one so you can see. Okay, and these are going to be a little bit more plain, which are fine. I actually like ones that are kind of similar to this where you can just change the picture. Let's go with something like this and let's do choose. All right, and so this is going to be the drag and drop editor when it comes to editing your pop-ups. As you can see, it is a little bit similar in terms of all the elements are going to be on the left side. So if you wanted to add anything here, just simply drag and drop it. Let me delete that. We don't need it. If you wanted to change this, you can do that. Maybe you wanted to offer a free gift. If you want to change the image, you can see right here, this is going to be where we can do that. There's the pop-up itself. And of course, there's the success. Thanks you're in. Be sure to check your inbox where you can get your free gift. There are going to be a section here for socials, but you could always add a button there, a link to go elsewhere. It's really up to you. So once again, very straightforward, not a lot of difficult aspects here. And I think this just goes hand in hand with the simplicity of using MailerLite overall. And since this is going to be a pop-up, there are going to be some little features that you can use with it. So wait X amount of seconds before showing up. You can show when they scroll to X amount of percentage, like 50% down. Show before closing the page, but doesn't work on the mobile. The frequency, how often they're going to see it. You can schedule at a specific time. And of course, the visibility can be always shown or hidden on specific pages. Save changes. And this is going to be a JavaScript snippet that you can utilize to copy and paste in. If you're using WordPress, there is a sign up form plugin with that I showcased in my tutorial. So if you need any help and you get MailerLite, just simply leave a comment down below and I will direct you to that. You can also use it on Shopify as well. So that's the process when it comes to creating sign-up forms, whether it's going to be a pop-up or just one that kind of sits on your website. But once you start capturing leads, ideally you're going to want to start sending emails right away to maybe give them their free gift or just follow up with them. This is where automations come in. You can automate welcome emails, anniversaries, birthdays, and so much more. Let me show you how it works by clicking on Create. And similar to a lot of the other processes, you can choose a template or start from scratch. I think some of the templates are fantastic. Most likely, you're probably going to want to be using this. This is perfect for whenever someone signs up to your newsletter or wants a free gift. You send them an email right away and they get exactly what they're looking for. Let's click right here. All right, so here's how it works. First, you set up a trigger. So what's going to happen is that someone joins a specific group. Let's say they sign up using YouTube. That's going to be perfect. And we can click on Save. So this is going to work for any time someone signs up from, say, a YouTube group. What you can also do is choose any traffic source, so no matter where they're coming from, they can get this, but it's very flexible in that way. Next, we have our email. So let's click right here. And as you can see, it's going to be very similar to before, just some of the settings are going to be on the right side. We're going to call it a welcome email. We can say like, get your free gift, right? If they're going to be signing up. Who is it from? Perfect. And of course, from here, we can design the email. And once again, as you can see, I really like this because it gives you the option to use the drag and drop editor, the rich text editor, or custom HTML. So regardless of if you're creating newsletters or if you're using automation to create follow-ups, you can stick with what you're most comfortable with. So once again, let's go with the drag and drop editor. So we've seen this movie before, so to speak. I think it's great that it is repetitive in the steps that you have to take because you're not necessarily learning anything new. You're doing a lot of the same, and that makes it a lot easier when you're first learning a new software. Let's click on Done Editing. And as you can see, that's going to be the welcome email. Now here's the cool thing. From then on out, you can just really continue on for as long as you want. You can send another email. You can add a delay, which is probably something you're going to want to do. There's conditions, actions, webhooks, and A/B testing. So if you really want to turn this into an autoresponder, what you can do is click on delay. You can do 1. And then from there, let's click save. You can do another email and you can just keep going through and repeating the process. Maybe you want to wait 2 days after, 3 days after. I'm going to just delete this because I'm not going to go through and create the email, and you do want to end on an email. So let's do that. Let's turn it on. And just like that, we are in preview mode, but we can go back, save and close. And as you can see right there, it is now going to be active. So that's how automations work. Very simple, very straightforward. You can pretty much target to who you want to actually get emails from that, depending on where they sign up through your specific groups. And that, in a nutshell, is how automations work. It's fairly straightforward. So the last thing I do want to touch upon is the ability to create landing pages and or websites. So let's do this very quickly. Let's say we want to create a landing page. So once again, you can build your landing page with AI. You can start from scratch or simply choose a template. Now I will say they are not going to be competing with ClickFunnels anytime soon when it comes to landing page templates. They have about, I think it's 26, correct? They're okay in my opinion. Some are going to be a little bit more simple, which I like. Some are going to be a little bit more fancy if that's what you're looking for. But overall, I think it's a great way to help you get up and running a little bit quicker. So I'm going to go here. Let's choose one very quickly. Let's go back and I'm going to go with a plain one. Let's say something like this. Let's do choose. All right, and so once again, we have a drag and drop builder here where if you look on the left side, we're going to have our elements once again. So very similar to when you were creating a sign-up form, although a little bit bigger, obviously a whole lot more going on here. And it's going to be a similar thing where you're simply clicking on the sections that you want to edit and editing them. And that's why I usually recommend starting with a template that you like overall, because it allows you to get up and running easier where you can just simply change out a lot of the images, the headlines, the call to actions, sign-up forms, the company names, logos, and so on and so forth. So not a whole lot that I need to showcase here. However, I do feel that they could use a few more landing page templates in order to help really get exactly what you're looking for. And the last thing I want to talk about is the MailerLite pricing. It says, we believe pricing should be straightforward, fair, and affordable for all businesses. And I highly agree here. I think you're really going to like the pricing and what they have to offer. So getting started up to 500 subscribers, as you can see right here, billed monthly, you're looking at $0 for up to 1,000 subscribers. So yes, you can get started for free, which is a great thing. Should you want to upgrade, you're looking at only $10 a month. With this, you're getting unlimited monthly emails, which is fantastic. I have noticed a trend with some autoresponders and email marketing companies kind of putting a cap on that. I think you should always be able to send an unlimited amount because ideally, when you get an email marketing platform, you want to send emails and you shouldn't have to feel like you're in a chokehold. You're like, oh, I'm sending too many, I got to stop. You want to be able to send them as many and as freely as you want, and I think that's a good thing. You're going to get some of the other nice little perks here, so you can sell digital products, unlimited templates, dynamic emails, campaign auto-resend, and so on and so forth. And then if you move up to the advanced tier, once again, you're getting a few more things here like smart sending. This is going to be that really good feature there that I talked about, Facebook integration, and a few more other things. So it really depends on what you're looking for. And in my opinion, $20 a month for an advanced plan here is pretty solid if you ask me. I know there's plenty of autoresponder companies that charge way more than that just for their smallest plan. And I also do want to mention, because sometimes I think people forget about it, is that if you want to pay yearly, you can save 10%. And this is often going to be something that you might want to use. It's pretty much saying, do you plan on using your autoresponder for the next year at least? If the answer is yes, then it's just an easy way of saving more money in the process. All right, so now the moment you've been waiting for, let's cap off this MailerLite review. So in my opinion, it's like the friend who's not flashy, but always shows up on time, does the job right, and somehow makes you wonder why you ever put up with those high maintenance friends. The interface, clean like a hotel towel. Sending newsletters, easier than dodging a family group chat. And the automation, chef's kiss. You can whip up workflows like a marketing magician. And the best part, it won't bully your bank account. You can start for free, and if you decide to upgrade, the annual pricing gives you a nice little deal as well. Now sure, the sign-up forms and landing pages won't win any beauty pageants, and no, it's not trying to be ClickFunnels' long-lost twin, but for what it does, MailerLite delivers, and it delivers hard. Bottom line, the cons are tiny, the pros are mighty, and this is one email marketing platform you'll actually enjoy using. Give it a whirl for free by clicking the link in the description or the pinned comment, and go on. I think your future emails will definitely thank you. And that is going to conclude my MailerLite review. I hope you really enjoy it. My name is James. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.